welcome back to my channel. I'm Juliette, and today I'm going to be channeling your angels, ancestors, and guides, spirit guides. So let's get right into it. I'm feeling more of a lethargic energy today. I don't know if you guys are kind of feeling lack of energy or just not motivated. We're going to tap into that energy and see what can help you and if there's messages for that, okay? Hey guys, did you hear it? Alright, let's just start with what has come out. So the bottom of the deck, the kind of energy that we tapped into, it's the Three of Cups, or Three of Swords, sorry. It's using different terms, so I have to kind of think about what it means. But Three of Needles, so Three of Swords. Here's your card. This card's all about heartbreak, about the suffering that you've had to endure, the sorrow that you've felt throughout this experience. So that's the kind of energy that is coming up to be met, because there might still be some things that need to be dealt with in this area of your life in order for you to move forward, because I know that is truly what you want. And so when this energy comes up, it kind of ruins your mood, right? It puts you in a bad space because mentally, physically, and even emotionally, you've moved on. It's just that there's a spiritual aspect. It's almost like every time you tap into your spiritual side, you still are met with this heartbreak energy. And maybe it was frustrating you for a bit. You didn't really understand where it was coming from, but it's the past energy, and it's here to be resolved. It's not here to be like picked back up and hashed out again. It's the energy of here's still what's in your heart, here is still what's in your energy. Let's have you acknowledge it so we can deal with it, and for you to feel better through it, right? Because if you're just in a state of, I don't want this energy here right now, I don't want to deal with it, it will persist. Right? Because what we don't meet will constantly try to get our attention because it wants to be met. Just because we don't want to meet it, it doesn't necessarily mean that it disappears. Okay, so let's get right into it. Let's see what they got for you. With the universe coming out as your first card, it shows that you're currently going through a period of evolution. There is growth happening within you and your life, and I think that's why you don't really have time for this past energy. Not because you have anything against people of your past. I think it's just that you want to move forward. It doesn't really matter what happened in the past anymore, because it's not a part of your life, right? And so you're willing and ready to move forward, and the universe acknowledges that. It sees that. It heard you already. And so with the Six of Needles, Six of Swords in reverse, you may feel trapped. You may feel like there's just this baggage that is included with you when you're not really trying to relive those moments. You're not really trying to share those moments with people. It's just kind of like this secret kind of baggage that you have in the background, right? You have your forefront energy, and then you have your background energy, and the background energy kind of holds this trapped feeling, this baggage feeling, right? People that are closest to you will know that you're going through this. So the universe is here to say that there's going to be a change of plans. There's going to be a change of plans with what you are currently planning, because what you are currently planning, just, you're ready to move forward, but because this energy is still part of you, whatever you're planning still kind of has the old energy attached to it. And so Spirit is kind of saying like, complete change of plans. All right. You're not going to feel trapped anymore. You're not going to feel stuck. You're not going to have this baggage anymore. And how that's going to happen is that you're going to be experiencing new people. You're going to be experiencing new experiences in general, life experiences, right? You're going to be able to travel somewhere you've never been before. You're going to experience a culture that you've never been a part of before. And that's going to expand your vision. It's going to kind of expand your idea of life, right? And this is going to allow you to really see where this underlying current is coming from. Because right now it's something that is still stuck with you, but you don't have the resources available to you in order to completely sever this energy out. And it's not because you're incapable, it's just because you haven't learned it yet. That's how life is. You get more experience, you learn, and then you're like, oh, I could have done that. I could have done that before, but really it's like, no, you can do it now because you learned how to do it now. You didn't know how to do it before, so you can't say that you should have done it before. All you can do is say that you can do it now because you learned now, right? So that's kind of the energy you're kind of stepping into, and it might make you feel a bit uncomfortable. It might make you feel a bit not the most confident in yourself, because it's kind of like a whole new ballpark. It's a whole new arena of people, of cultures, of values, of morals, ethics. Everything is new, okay? And because of this, it's kind of flipping the script on you in some ways, where I think before, in your old state of existence, where you are kind of right now, you're kind of up here because you've worked on yourself a lot, right? And a lot of people around you, they just haven't done that. And it's not like to say that they're less than or anything. It's just to say that you've done a lot of spiritual work on yourself while others have not, right? And because of that, you kind of rank supreme in where you are because no one else does what you do. But you're entering a space where a lot of people do what you do. And a lot of people are more intuitive. A lot of people have met themselves a lot deeper. And that's where you're entering. And it may sound scary and it may invoke some sense of jealousy because there are going to be people that are better than you in what you do, right? And so it might invoke that sense of jealousy. But what you need to remember is that you're not moving into this new place to have new competitors. It's to expand you. Okay, there's people that are here to help you expand. And they're here to help. That's the key word. They're not here to play games. They're not here to compete, right? Because that's really low vibrational stuff. And what you need to realize is that you're going to be entering your flow around people that have already learned how to tap into their flow. And so if you feel jealousy, understand that it's just because you're in a new arena. You're surrounded by new people that may have skills doing what you do, and it might be just a bit more it's different, right? But it's more accurate. Maybe like, okay, with tarot reading, if I were you, it would be the sense of me entering a space where there's other intuitives, where there's more psychic people, where there's more people that have worked on their craft for years and years and years and years, right? I've worked on my craft for 6 years, but other people have worked on it for like 30 years, so you can't even imagine like what they have tapped into during this time. And of course you can't measure everything by years, but you will be able to intuitively feel that they are kind of like levels ahead of you. And instead of tuning into this jealous energy, feeling like, oh man, I'm not as good as them, I wish I was, it's more like, oh wow, they've mastered a lot of themselves. Let me learn from them so that I may master myself. I see the way that they're able to wield their power and gifts so accurately and so precisely. Let me learn from them so that I may do the same so that I can learn alongside with them, right? Because they're people that are masters at their craft understand that they will never truly be a master at their craft. It's kind of like, it's just that mentality where it's like you are going to be a lifelong student. As long as you're alive, you're always going to be a student of life. You're always going to be learning. You're always going to be expanding, right? And so, yeah, with the bottom of the deck, after the Three of Needles was the Tower in reverse. And they're telling me that it's about resisting change. Do not resist change. Allow this change to occur, because this change of plans is actually really, really beneficial to you as a individual, as a in your profession, whatever it is, whatever you devote yourself to. Okay, that is kind of where you're being pushed into, but at a deeper level and at a more advanced level. So of course you're gonna be like the smallest fish in the pond because you've just entered a new pond. Okay, you're not gonna be the big bad shark when you've just entered. Okay, because yeah, maybe you guys are really used to being like on top. Maybe like naturally, just because of your gifts, you tend to just be placed on top. And so and it's not to say that you don't deserve to be on top when you're amongst people that do what you do. It's more like, just kind of like humbling yourself and realizing like there are people that have developed their gifts a lot. And it's important to learn from others when you've already, there's a time where you have to learn for yourself. And then there's a time where you have to allow others to mentor you and teach you how to do stuff. And so it's just that openness, staying open. It's really important. Okay. Very, very important. It doesn't matter the age. It doesn't matter the, title. It doesn't matter anything. None of it matters. If your soul intuitively knows that you can learn from this person, and you will be able to tell because you're going to be jealous of this person. And it's not to like, I'm not wishing this on you. It's just something for you to watch out for, right? It's just the moment you feel jealousy for a certain person. It's your soul's way of telling you you can learn from this person. You can actually take what they know, what they've studied, and apply it to your own life and see how it works in your own favor, right? Because jealousy can cause you to go in two directions. You can either apply to yourself, use all that energy and pour it into you, or you take that energy and throw it at them, right? So you can either work on yourself or focus on another person. And what Spirit's saying, when you feel that jealousy, focus on you immediately. Switch it. Switch that mind. Realize that there's something that you can learn from this person. That is not, they are not kicking you off of your throne. They are here to build you up so that you can sit even higher. Okay? And it's not to use people. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that sometimes there are people that can mentor others. Right? Based on skills, based on whatever. They are able to mentor others because they've lived it, they have experienced it, they know what works and what doesn't. And so, yeah, that's what I'm saying for you guys. So you guys might be getting a mentor. You guys might be getting someone to be inspired. Someone to inspire you to become your most authentic self. Your higher self. And even if they don't mentor you directly, I think there's still some really beautiful qualities about that person that you're going to learn from. And, because you have experienced people with that kind of energy, you're going to be less prone to kind of being like, oh, all people are the same. Oh, all people are like this. Moving forward, because you've met someone that breaks that mold, and it allows you to realize like, oh, there's so many different types of people in the world. They're not all the same. They're not what my past was. They're not what I had always seen in my life. They're different. and that different. It can be scary, but it's necessary, right? To break you open, to kind of, it invites you to be uncomfortable, right? but it's a good uncomfortability, because it means that you can't just assume everyone is like a certain archetype, because every time you assume that, most of the time it's not going to be true, because what you're doing is judging a person by either what they're currently going through or what they have portrayed to you. You haven't seen everything, and you never will. That's the thing. You can say you know a person through and through, but you never will. You never will. Ace of Needles in reverse. So that's Ace of Swords in reverse. So you guys might be more prone to... you guys might be prone to being a bit more hostile when you're in an environment that you don't know. Like maybe you just close up like a little clam whenever you're in a new environment that you just don't feel comfortable in. And that was like a protective mechanism that really worked for you before. So maybe when you meet new people, you're not really prone to being like your most authentic self. You put on this like socially acceptable mask, and they're just saying don't do that with the people that are coming in. Just be authentic, just be you. There's nothing to lose when you are just being you, because you will either attract the right people to you and deter people away that aren't for you, right? And so you don't lose when you show your true face, right? That's what Spirit really wants you to know right now too. Don't be too short-sighted on your goals. Realize that the world is so expansive. With the Hierophant coming out, there's so many different types of belief. There's so much wisdom out there for you guys. And this next period, I'm hearing like 3 months, you're going to be learning about just a different way of existing. And it's really important for you, because you need it just seems like you need to kind of break out of that mold. Maybe you guys are really comfortable where you are, and you know that like you know that comfort kind of like, it can really deter you from your spiritual process, because when we feel comfortable, there's not much that we want to change. And when we don't want to change, we don't change, which means we don't grow, right? And change of plans had come out, right? So you're just gonna be kind of learning about life, a different form of life, and it's really cool. That's all I can really feel from this. You're gonna think it's so cool, because it's going to allow you to kind of step into this Empress creative energy, right? Where you're gonna be able to really nurture the gifts that you already have, and you're gonna be able to grow it, but in a more creative way. Maybe you guys are branching away from the usual, the norm, right? Like maybe normally you guys just do I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example. Okay. I wanted to be an event planner for a really long time. I even bought like land to like create a venue. So we'll just use that as an example. We'll use me as an example, okay? And so let's say I wanted to build a venue. I wanted to like create a venue on a mountain where people can come and meditate, and it's like a little meditation retreat. That's what I wanted to create. Because I saw online there were so many, but they were like $10,000 for a week, and I got so upset at the time. I was like, this is so you're telling me I have to pay $10,000 to go meditate? No, thank you. What the frick? So I was so upset that I bought my own land. I was just like, I'm gonna do it myself. I don't give a crap. I'm not gonna spend $10,000 on someone else's meditation retreat when I can make it myself. Because that's just my energy. That's how I was, and and I haven't been able to do it. I haven't been able to make it, right? And because of funds, I'm still like trying to grow my fund so that I can actually build something. But then also, they're like, well, what if it's not meant to be a meditation retreat? What if what if that whole plan wasn't meant to be at all? And that it's actually meant for something a lot better, something that makes a lot more, something that is a lot more creative, something that is a lot more out of the box, right? And so instead of me just thinking about like a venue, I started thinking about like glamping. And then I started thinking about like different ways of implementing the land, right? And then I was like, oh, I have a trailer on there. What if I just do like a glamping Airbnb where people just kind of roll up there and then they have what's available to them, right? And there's a lot. That trailer's got some good stuff in it. But so yeah, that's like what I'm saying. It's like, and even now I'm like still limited, right? Because that's like pretty typical things to think about when you own land. It's like, oh, well, you could turn it into a venue, or you could turn it into your house, or you can turn it into glamping. But there's something else that you can do with it that I don't even have a clue. And then once I did this, I opened myself up to spirit. I'm like, spirit, what can I do with my land? I have no motivation to create a venue. I don't even have the funds to do that right now. What can I do right now to help me? And spirit was saying, they opened my eyes and they were like, well, you can just like create really beautiful garden areas and then invite people to come and make it a spot for like photography. Make it a spot where people come to propose. Make it a spot that's so beautiful that people just come there to be there. There is no major purpose like glamping or meditating or anything. It's just a beautiful, beautiful space that is open to the public, that people can come and be in nature and just be with them, and not necessarily like they don't all have to be there for that. They can be there to take beautiful pictures of like big moments in their lives, right? And so I was like, oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I never thought about that. It's so simple, right? It doesn't cost that much, but it uses the land in a purposeful way. It brings people in, which is what I've always wanted, and it allows for creativity to spawn. And on my land I have like a little mound. It's like a little mountain, right? When you're on the street, it looks really tall, but when you're on the land, you can get to it with a really small hike. And that's where, when I first bought the land, I saw a deer and its baby just kind of walking up that trail, and they turned back to look at me, and so we were just like staring at each other for a good like couple minutes, and then it walked away into the mist because it was raining at the time. And that's when I knew, I'm like, this is the spot. If that was not a sign, I don't know what is. And so I bought it. And what I'm saying is, like, up that trail, there's like a beautiful spot for photography. And there's just so many spots on the land that just has like such beautiful scenic like spots that can be used in such different creative ways. And so if you guys are still here with that kind of story, I'm sorry it took over so long, but what they're saying is that whatever you have, you're not going to have to rip it apart and like start anew. This is you're going to be going somewhere for a couple months to open your mind, to expand your idea of life, what it is, what you're capable of doing, and what is capable for you. And then you're going to come back, and with that expanded mind, you're going to be able to use your resources in a really creative way to create something magical for yourself. That is what I'm seeing. So let's see what else they have for you. This is the Angels Oracle, so let's see what the angels have for you. Angels, what message do you have for the collective? It's explosive. Archangel Ariel and heavenly codes. Nature is my guide. The energy of heaven is within me. Yes, so you're going to be able to, I think where you're going is going to be very nature-esque. You're going to be able to reconnect with nature, Mother Gaia, and it's a beautiful experience. Um, it's not as dirty as people think. I don't know, like my partner right now, he's like strictly from the city. He's such a city boy. And I'm such a nature girly. It's crazy. Cuz I used to just kind of be weeks at a time out in nature and like not talking to anybody, and I was very happy. you know? Um but nature is my guide. What you're being guided to do is go back into nature and realize that nature isn't scary. It's not harmful. It's not uncomfortable. You're going to feel very comfortable. You're going to feel really happy that you're out there, and you're going to feel so connected. It's like a deeper connection than with people, if you can believe that or not. You know, like how you can really feel connected with a person. It's almost like you're going to be able to just be amongst the trees and feel so interconnected into their system. You're going to be able to step into a stream and kind of, you're going to be able to match the flow of the stream, and you're just going to feel so free. You're going to feel so aligned, and you're going to feel so connected. I think there's this level of connection that you haven't felt for a while. And you know, they always tell you like go into nature, go reconnect, but like truly what you get when you're out in nature is this sense of connection that is deeper than even with people, because you're connecting with pieces that create you, you know? And so you're going to go out to nature, and that is going to align you with heavenly codes, right? That's your next card that you got. The energy of heaven is within me. I'll show you the picture. It's beautiful. And so what I'm seeing is that when you're out in nature, you're going to be able to reconnect to your energy. It might have been lost a bit. Maybe you're just around a lot of people that push their own energy onto you. And so you kind of lose that sense of your own energy. And so going out to nature is not only going to cleanse you of other people's energy, it's going to reconnect you to yours, which is beautiful. I love that. And so let's go into messages from the stars, right? We got some from heaven. Now we're going to get some from the stars. Oh, okay. Time to do it differently. Yeah, there's you're going to be kind of like stepping outside of the box of what is normal to you, right? And maybe you don't normally go out into nature. And so doing this camping trip, doing this retreat is going to be really important for you because you've never done it before. And it's going to teach you that you're okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Even if you're not comfortable in your comfort zone, you're still okay. And you might even feel more alive than you normally do, right? So time to do it differently. Go beyond what you've done before. And then be clear on what you want. Put action to your goals. Make them a reality. So if you've been thinking about going on a retreat, do it. It's going to be so good for you. Don't mind my little rant earlier about how expensive the one I was looking at was, because there's a lot of other ones that are not that expensive. I just got so pissed off when I saw that. I was like, what the freak? Okay. Be clear on what you want. Maybe you guys are kind of flip-flopping on what you really want to see. Just even focus on like the next 3 months. What do you want to see happen in the next 3 months? Not a year, just the next 3 months. Something doable, something that you can put action into and then see a result. If you want to start a new class like pottery, like ceramics, do it. Just book one day, see how it goes. You never know. If you want to start vlogging about different coffee shops, do it. I don't know why that thought came into my mind, but someone's thinking about it. Do it. I think that'll be so cool. I'm always looking for new coffee shops too. So you should do it. I'll watch it. I'll literally watch all of it. If you were, whatever creative venture you were thinking about, do it. The energy is perfect right now for that. And if you feel like the energy is too pushy and you're feeling uncomfortable, Good. This next period might feel a bit uncomfortable, but it's kind of necessary. It's not like to break you, it's to break you open. So it's not meant to like shatter you to pieces. It's meant to just kind of like crack that layer that you've created around yourself so that you can like shine, so that your energy can like expand and reach out and just like stretch your arms out and just be here, just be present and let people know that you're here. You know, like maybe you guys like to hide yourself a bit more. Just do your thing, and if people stare at you, let them stare at you, because people stare anyways. It's okay. People like to people watch, right? It's okay. They're not here to harm you. There might be more things to do with your shadow that might need to be dealt with, but that'll happen in due time. I wouldn't force it. I do feel it. It feels like Saturn is coming around again, just for a little sec for you to see something, and then it's going to be on its merry way, and you're going to be on your merry way. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. If the message resonated, go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you like the way I read, and I will see you guys in the next one. I forgot to also say that I do have a crystal shop. That on the crystal shop, there is a tab for tarot readings. If you guys want a tarot reading from me, which is going to be much more specific, which is completely a message for you and no one else, go ahead and go over to that channel. It's going to be, or go to the website. The link's probably going to be in the description. I always link it. And yeah, you can find 3 types of readings there. One is going to be a general reading where I'm just going to fill you in on who's helping you, what they're helping you with, where you're going, and what you can do with what you already have available to you. The second one is a starseed reading. This one's going to be about your starseed origins. If you know what your starseed origin is, great. If you don't and you're just really curious, I can help you with that and connect to your Akashic records, which is your soul records, and see where you've been and how it can help you in this lifetime. And there's usually a mission that is involved with starseeds. So that's really beautiful if you guys are curious about that. And the last one is called The Lovers. And this one is going to be about love, about your soul connection. What I do in that reading is not tap into what you're currently dealing with. I'm tapping into your divine union. So this is with your divine partner. This has nothing to do with you healing with someone that is not meant for you. It is you healing so that you can connect with the right partner for you. And I will be able to describe this person for you. I will be able to describe what the connection is going to be like and what you can expect while in connection with this person, and how to get into connection with this person, right? So those are the 3 readings that I offer. And also all of my crystals that are at the shop, because it is a crystal shop, it's all ethically sourced all around the world. I do connect with the wholesaler that does only do ethical sourcing. And then all the crystals are embedded with light energy through me. I use my own ability of energy wielding in order to clear those crystals of any negative energy and imbue them with positive energy so that the crystals can work for you and whatever you need. Okay, so that's what I have to offer. And if you're curious, go ahead and stop by and see what it's like.